Hey everybody, it's Mark with Coffee and Toys bringing you another weekend in reviews, news, and just whatever else I feel like talking about, including coffee. So let's just jump right into it today. Coffee of the day is Black Rifle Coffee, and it is their Just Black coffee. Just like it sounds, no flavoring, just black, medium roast, and honestly it's not too bad. I'm kind of a medium roast kind of guy, so I was just looking for something different. Picked this up at Target or Walmart. I can't remember which one I picked it up at. But yeah, let's give it a taste real quick. Like I said, not too bad. I don't know if my Keurig, and yes, I do use a Keurig. So if you're a coffee snob more than myself and you hear that I'm using a Keurig, hey, I'm a dad. Hence the shirt. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to all the dads out there. And I have time, I just pop a pot in and go. I wish I had more time to actually grind it up with a burr grinder and all that really nice stuff I used to do a long time ago, but it is what it is. I'm a busy guy, you're a busy person, I'm sure you understand, but it's pretty good. It tastes a little bit watered down, so maybe I have some setting on my Keurig wrong. I have mentioned that before, so I really need to check it out. But yeah, it's pretty good. Medium roast, a little, darker tasting, if that makes sense. I'm not getting a lot of light notes off of it, just kind of dark coffee, even though it's a medium blend. But with that out of the way, I've got my Java juice flowing, and so we can talk about what's happened during the week. And boy, a lot of things have happened this week, a lot of good things. So I think what we'll do is we'll kind of start with, since it's Yojo June, we'll talk about G.I. Joe first. And of course, this week the big reveal was that we unlocked Night Force Ripcord, which then presented us with the next tier unlock of the HasLab G.I. Joe Classified Dragonfly, Operation Dragonfly. And we got to see Glinda is the next unlock. And there's a lot of people that are happy. There's a lot of people that are, why did you give us this character? And honestly, I think it's a great character. Completely was off most people's radar. I don't think I read anybody saying, oh, it's going to be Glinda. So it's very cool. So we get kind of an early preview of that new Scarlet retro classified body and probably head with this Glinda figure, at least the body, because you can see when you zoom in and you look at the actual body, it is the classic like leotard that Scarlet wore in the comics and in the cartoon. And of course with her action figure as well. So very cool to know that that's going to be coming down the pipe soon and that we're getting Glinda because of that. And I think it's an excellent choice. She's a helicopter pilot and very cool. Very, very, very deep cut. And I've seen some people online saying, the classified line seems to be kind of female Joe heavy. And I some people are saying, when I found out, I canceled my order, and there's all sorts of things going around, whether they're true or not. I think it's fine. I think in today's day and age, I think you want to try to do a representation a little more 50-50 when it comes to military personnel and whatever side of the fence they happen to be on. So again, it makes sense. Glinda's a helicopter pilot. You're doing a helicopter HasLab. I mean, it's a no-brainer, and it's in my opinion very intelligent of Hasbro and the team working G.I. Joe to give us another helicopter pilot. So, that being said, we're currently setting at around 13,500-ish figures, I think, or backers rather. And so yeah, at 16,000, Glinda will be unlocked, and that will present us with the final tier, which I'll talk on a little bit. There has been some sleuthing going on. There are people thinking that the final one will be General Hawk. I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I'm just a guy. I have no clue what they're actually going to do. I know they matched up the letters, and if you did that with Glinda, her name wound up being perfect, and Clayton Abernathy works perfectly as well, or Clayton M. Abernathy works well. So maybe that's who it's going to be. If it is, totally cool. We don't have him in the line yet, although I think he's been leaked to be one of the figures that's coming out. But there's also some other people that fit the same amount of characters as well. And I can't remember, but I did do some research online, some reading online, and saw that there's other characters that could fit the bill just as easily. So we'll just have to wait and see. If you haven't backed it, please go over to HasbroPulse.com right now. Right now, I'll wait. Okay, you're back. So now that you've backed it, that's great. Go back another one. No, just kidding. One's enough. One's enough if that's all you can afford. Appreciate it. Helps get us that needle to closer to 16,000 and see that final reveal, which I'm very excited for. Honestly, at this point, I'm still only in for one. I don't need 2 ginormous dragonflies, but if the final character is something wild and crazy, we'll see. I could definitely do 2. Couldn't do more than that. I just not going to happen. So, as far as other G.I. Joe news, I'm trying to remember, did they announce anybody this week? I think the big reveals were the pre-orders. That's right, the pre-orders for the Desert Commando Snake Eyes, Tunnel Rat, and who am I forgetting? Tunnel Rat and Eel, Cobra Eel. Cobra Eel being an Amazon exclusive, shared exclusive with Hasbro Pulse. The other 2 figures you can get at your favorite online retailer, or Hasbro Pulse as well. So, I think that pretty much covers it for the G.I. Joe news of the week. If we want, let's circle it over to Masters of the Universe. And I know early in the week they announced the comic version of Manny Faces. So he's going to be coming out fairly soon. Very cool. We'll definitely pick him up. If you don't know, the basic difference is different color palette. Some different looking faces whenever he spins around that match up more to what he looked like in the first comic he appeared in. They also, if I recall correctly, they have also shown Spikor. So Spikor is now available. Not available, but they have shown him in the package, what he's going to look like in pre-orders for Spikor. I can only assume we're going to come up very soon. And he's really helping round out some of those Masters of the Universe origin figures that we previously were just kind of sitting on the fence for. Spikor is one of those ones I kind of thought we'd get early because his armor came with his Spike armor came with somebody. It was one of the Masters of the WWE Universe. I can't remember which figure had it. I keep wanting to say Mr. T, but I don't think that's right. I feel like somebody had his armor, and I thought, oh, we'll get him real soon. And here we are, just now getting in-shot packages of the figure and what we're going to be getting. So cool to see that he's going to be coming out. Target Haulathon just released their first Masters of the Universe figures for pre-order. We have a new Sunman 3-pack, and who is in that? I didn't pre-order it because I pre-ordered 2 of the original 3-pack that they did through Target, and then those things wound up just rotting on the shelves. So I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to try to pick that up in stores. If I see it in stores and I like it, I'll pick it up. But so there's another Sunman Rulers of the Sun 3-pack coming out for Target, part of their haulathon. You can go pick it up right now for pre-order on Target.com. And the other 2 figures were Masters of the Universe, Masterverse Slushhead. Yeah, Masterverse Slushhead, who I know nothing about. I can only assume Slushhead is one of those new adventures of He-Man when he goes into space. Drop me a comment down below if I'm right or wrong, because I'm not really sure. And then finally, the big announcement for the Target Haulathon in regard to Masters of the Universe / Masterverse is Whiplash. And of course, some people are already starting to get Whiplash. I don't know who they're getting, if they're just getting early samples of the figure, or early releases rather of the figure, or if they just got lucky from whomever they ordered from. But Whiplash is available on Target.com for pre-order. I don't remember what the date is, but I went ahead and got Slushhead and Whiplash pre-ordered. So I'm looking forward to having those figures as soon as I can possibly get them. And yeah, so that takes care of Mattel He-Man. But I think the biggest news this week was the announcement from Mondo. On Friday, they announced their 1/6 scale, I don't know if they're calling it Ultimate, but it is the Ultimate 1/6 scale Skeletor. And wow, this thing is, I saw the preview pics of it, and it's amazing, folks. I do have the large He-Man over there, the Ultimate He-Man on my shelf, and I cannot wait for this Skeletor to go alongside him. Now, the exclusive is a timed exclusive, and what that basically means is, if you're not familiar, if you're interested in this figure, it goes up on June 20th, I believe, and it's going to run for 10 days, and then they stop, and there's no more. Whatever orders they get during that 10-day window, that's all they're making. of the exclusive. Now, they'll probably re-release it at some point without all the extras. Excuse me. And we should talk about the extras that come with it because it comes with a lot. So, you get the base body, of course, the base Skeletor with the classic head as well, the Havoc Staff, Power Sword, some interchangeable parts. But for the exclusive, much like with the He-Man that I've done a review on previously, if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check my other videos. That being said, so he's going to come with battle armor Skeletor, so you can recreate battle armor Skeletor. He's going to come with his dragon and his Dragon Blaster armor so that you can create Dragon Blaster Skeletor. And then he's also going to come with claws that can be interchanged with his regular hands, so you can have some variation of Terror Claws Skeletor. Unfortunately, he doesn't come with a chest piece to mimic the Terror Claws Skeletor, but it's not a huge deal. If you look at these pictures, they look amazing with those Terror Claws on. And of course, he comes with multiple portraits. So you have, of course, the classic Skeletor look with the yellow face. You do have the actual classic toy head that will be included in all releases of the figure. That is not exclusive. But you also get a more, what I'm going to call, real-looking face. It's actually more bone white than yellow, and he has like these piercing red eyes that just are terrifying. And then finally, you get the kind of what was the artist's name? Frank starts with an A, and I can't think of it. But you get his early design of Skeletor's face, which is more of that flat-faced, just weird teeth, and absolutely terrifying as well in its own right from the early mini comics and early designs of Skeletor. And from what I can tell, looking at it, each head has a movable, the lower jaw, the mandible actually moves, which is very cool. He does come with an extra hood as well, so you can go with a cloth hood, or you can go with a plastic hood. So they both look very well. You can do some cool mix and match. He comes with a cape that looks like it has a wire in it, so you can make it look like his cape is billowing. And just all this great, crazy stuff he comes with. And the price tag is $260. And to me, personally, that is a steal. I'm having a hard time trying to decide if I should get two of these because, A, I like Skeletor. He's my favorite character in Masters of the Universe. But I don't think I can just do one because I'm going to keep wanting to swap things out. And I kind of have that issue with, like I said, with the He-Man I have, because I always want to, I see him and I'm like, oh, I really want to switch him to, Thunder Punch He-Man. But no, I want to leave him as Battle Armor He-Man. Oh, I should probably have him looking like, OG He-Man. I don't know what I want to do with Skeletor because, man, he just comes with everything. I mean, it looks amazing. And for $260, I told my wife beforehand, I said, they haven't announced the price yet, and I'm going to guess this thing's right around $400. And when they came in at that $260 mark, I was floored. And honestly, I don't remember what I paid for the He-Man. It was probably it was probably the exact same price. But for what you get with that Mondo Skeletor, $260 just seems like a steal. So I'm in for one, probably two, because I have no self-control sometimes. But yeah, so the Mondo Skeletor is coming up June 20th. It's going to be a 10-day run. And then if you don't get in on that 10-day window, you're done. You're not getting that exclusive Skeletor. It'll be phased out. They'll probably re-release it at some point with a general release that'll probably not have all the bells and whistles. It'll probably have like the Power Sword, the alternate classic head, and just no other swappable armors, just classic Skeletor look, which is fine because it would look amazing just like that. So I think that takes us through the Masters of the Universe news. And while you're here, if you're still here, I appreciate it. We are so close to 500 subscribers. I'm going to tell you right now, when I looked this morning, I needed 7 more subscribers. So if you could go ahead and hit that bell notification right now, set it to all notifications. I do these videos every weekend. I do one kind of overview, and during the week I do various news and reviews, just things that interest me. Always doing reviews, generally 2 videos a week plus the weekend review. So if you would, hit that subscribe button. You get entered into a contest. We'll do a live stream when I hit that 500 plus subscribers. And if you are a subscriber, you will be entered into a chance to win one of 5 prizes. So if you like winning toys for free, all you have to do is hit that bell, subscribe, set it to all notifications. Go ahead and hit the like button while you're down there. I mean, you're already down there. Why not? Click it. I'll wait. Okay. Thank you so much. That being said, moving on. What else did we go over this week? I think that's really kind of all the big news. As far as things I've seen this week that I've either picked up or that I'm going to pick up, I was able to go to my local hobby shop and I did see something really cool. And I was going to get it, and it was priced too high for me to pull the trigger on. And that was the Spider-Man 3-pack, Marvel Legends Spider-Man 3-pack, Far From Home, or whatever the last movie was called. Is that what it was called? Far From Home, Away From Home. The names are too close. I can't remember them all. Anyway, it's the Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland 3-pack. And it looks fun. It looks really cool. And I remember seeing it being announced on Hasbro's social media. And then I actually went yesterday to go see if I could order one, and they're all sold out. And I think the going price on Hasbro's site was $90, and my hobby shop had it listed at like $150 or $160, and I was just like, ooh, that's the penalty tax for missing out. And it looks like a 3-pack, but ultimately I would just have them all sitting there pointing at each other anyway. And it's just not worth the $150, $160 price tag for me. I can't pay. I was the idiot that didn't pre-order it because I don't do Marvel Legends, but then I saw it and I thought it was really cool, and I didn't get it. Now, one thing I also did see that I didn't know existed until I saw it with my own eyes was I think it's 3-0, is that the company? 12-inch Firefly figure, G.I. Joe Firefly, and wow, that thing looks amazing. I don't know what other 3-0 figures or G.I. Joe figures that 3-0 has done, but this Firefly looked amazing. And it was in the case, and I think it was like $195. And wow, it looks so good. It looked like, Sideshow, probably better than Sideshow, because I did have a Sideshow Firefly a long time ago. It looked better than that one, at least from my memory, from my recollection. And yeah, so if you guys collect these 3-0s, drop me a comment. Do you have the Firefly? Tell me a little bit about it, because it was hard to walk past that one, especially after I just seen the Spider-Man 3-pack, because I was like, ooh, that's $150, $160. This guy's just sub 200, and I feel like I'm getting a lot more over there for the buck. Is that how you guys collect? Leave me a comment below. Do you look at it and try to justify in your mind, okay, if I'm going to make a big ticket purchase, like, do I go for quality or do I go for quantity? That's kind of one of those things I think a lot of us collectors do. We try to essentially trick ourselves into spending a lot of money on plastic, but then we try to say, hey, it's worth it because we're getting 5 figures, or we're getting one with real cloth goods and it's 12 inches tall, things like that. So yeah, otherwise, I saw some other cool things, but nothing that really just kind of grabbed me and said, you need to buy this right now. Now, some things I did buy this week that are coming in the mail early next week. So of course you'll be seeing some reviews. I did manage to take advantage of the Hasbro Pulse Power Days sales event. I did a video on that, but just as a quick recap, from now until the 26th of June, until I think it's like 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern Time, one of those two. Check their website to be sure, but until the 26th, if you are a non-Hasbro Premium member, you can get 15% off all purchases over $75, which is okay. That's not bad. If you are a Hasbro Pulse Premium member, you get 35% off all orders over $75. So I took advantage of that, and I purchased Lieutenant Falcon and Marauders Barbecue, and I think, what was the other one? Something Star Wars, and I don't remember what it was. I got the two, well, we'll go like this. I got the 2 classified figures, and the Star Wars one was the Vintage Collection Escape something, Imperial Escape, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one that has the Mandalorian in his Beskar armor, Grogu, Shadow Trooper, and Moff Gideon. So I managed to pick those 3 things up for 35% off my total cost. It made the classified figures like $17 and change. And I was not going to get Falcon unless I could get a deal on him, because I just think that that face just looks rough to me. I don't like it, but For 17 bucks, versus 25, I'll take that all day. So I got barbecue and Falcon for $17 and change, I think it was. The vintage collection set that was normally $75 wound up being somewhere in the neighborhood of high 50s, I believe, something like that. Basically, whenever I was done, it was like I got 1.5 action figures free. It was great. Or something like that. It was a lot better deal. I actually have my cart loaded up with stuff. I think I had like 8 items. And I was like, I wound up having, I think, $300 worth of items. But then after it was only $200, and I was like, okay, I got to knock this down a little bit. But that deal's going on. So especially if you are a Hasbro Pulse Premium member, take advantage of it. There's a lot of good stuff that can be had out there, especially if you're playing that kind of long game. Or if there's something you're on the fence on about getting, like I am with the Falcon. I'm still kind of considering the CoverGirl figure because I don't know how soon until we'll get a re-release. But again, that face on CoverGirl is so rough. I'm sorry. That was a swing and a miss right there. So yeah, so I got some stuff coming in from them. I also have some Black Major figures coming in early next week. Could be as soon as tomorrow or as late as Wednesday. I don't remember. But I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be 2. If you haven't followed Black Major, follow Black Major on Instagram. And guy does great work. That's all I'm going to say about it for now. But I'm getting the Snake Eyes 2-pack, so I'm looking forward to bringing that review to you guys for another Black Major figure review. Very cool. They're cartoon accurate, so that's what makes it fun, because they're going to be crazy purple colors. Finally, what else did we see during the week? I think that's really about it. I'm like you. I'm waiting for some more news to hit. We're kind of right in that lull. We got some Yojo June still going on. So I think Tuesday, the 20th, there'll probably be another announcement from the Hasbro team, G.I. Joe team. Maybe some more pre-orders. I don't know. Still waiting on my pre-orders of, Scrap Iron, Snow Job, Shipwreck, Torpedo. Those are starting to filter in. People are starting to get those. Like I said, most of the time when I order something, I'm the last person to get it. Feels like, And I know that with the influencers out there, rather, they tend to get theirs early. So they must have some sort of special list. And if you say the right things, have enough followers, subscribers, whatever, you get stuff early. Which, that's cool. I get it. They're promoting product for free, basically, for Hasbro. It's free promotion to get more people to buy it. Totally understand. But Hasbro, if you're watching, put me on that list. I'd like to feel important. Please. Please. But that being said, I'm Mark. This is Coffee with Toys, and I will see you later.